I want a bunch of dick!
Get back to home. It's the after hour. I gotta go upstairs and do what I do. Alright?
Diddy has been arrested and more people have been coming out to speak about their horrible experiences with him. Now, one of those people are his ex-assistants. Pam Lewis-Rudden has come out about what it was like to work for Diddy. Former employees of the rapper have made allegations that he mistreated his staff, including his assistant at Uptown Records in the early 1990s. She said, "He called me a B one too many times, and it might not have been me, you know, just that word, and using it in addressing any and everybody in front of other people as well. It wasn't like you were in a room and he was saying it to you one-on-one, it was like in front of the whole office and any of the artists," she added. "And it was just one time too many, and then a friend of mine who was working at or she heard about a job opening, and I was like, I'm out of here." Now, Pam claimed that Diddy had confrontations with almost everyone, including Andre Harrell, the Uptown chief executive who famously fired Diddy in 1993. Now, a former employee of Diddy has also spoken out about his experience he had at one of the Hampton parties. He said when he knocked on the door, Diddy answered wearing only a robe. He was then let into the house and said weird was starting to happen. Celebrity guys hooking up, there were back rooms and it was like the inner sanctum, he added. You'd see two people you would not think would be hooking up, rappers, and that was what shocked me. I won't name names, but there were rappers that I immediately lost all respect for and could not take seriously ever again. After he saw all of that, he immediately left and was not impressed at all, as it actually scared him off. Then an anonymous woman spoke out about what it was like to work with Diddy in the music industry starting in 1997. She worked for a company called Vibes, and she said his controlling ways came out quickly after meeting him. She said after a photo shoot he wanted to see the cover before it was printed. She said it wasn't our policy to show covers before publication, so after I told him no, we heard that he planned to come to our office and force us to show him what we'd chosen and to make us choose something else if he didn't like what he saw. Now, she stood her ground and he called her insisting to see them, and she told them it's not what we do, and then said the exchange went like this. It was then that Combs told me, as I've retold hundreds of times over the years, that he would see me dead in the trunk of a car. Not missing a beat, I told him he needed to take the threat back. Take it back, I said. Take what back? He said. Then, with a vile laugh, he said, F you. She then told him to take it back or she would involve her lawyer. Diddy, though, made another threat saying that he knew where she was. So the woman called her personal lawyer, and she claims that she doesn't know what her lawyer said to him, but within 2 hours, Diddy faxed over an apology. Afterwards, though, she said that the higher-ups were upset at her for contacting her lawyer over all of this. Yeah, all of that over a magazine cover is absolutely crazy, and she said after this encounter with him, that's when more women started coming forward talking about how he mistreated them. You see, Diddy has a pattern of mistreating women. Now, one of the most known cases is what he did to his now ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. She dated Diddy for 10 years until they split in 2018. In November 2023, she made news after filing a lawsuit against Diddy. After years of silence and darkness, I'm finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women. With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I'll be recovering from for the rest of my life, she said at the time. Now, what's shocking is that the case was settled shortly after it was filed. I mean, literally the day after. Due to this, people think that Diddy was guilty and he was just trying to push the situation under the rug, trying not to have any stories in the media about it. And it appears now that the speculation was correct. Why? Well, in her lawsuit, Cassie referenced an altercation that was captured by CCTV in a hotel in 2016. At the time of the allegations, Diddy denied any wrongdoing, with his lawyer Ben Brafman telling people in a statement that the claims were offensive and outrageous. Diddy claimed that she just wanted his money and was doing all of this for attention. Months later though, after the lawsuit, the footage of the incident she referred to was released. It proved that Cassie was telling the truth 100% and Diddy was lying, trying to make her out to be a crazy money-hungry woman, when in fact she was the victim. After this was released, Diddy then changed his story quickly, posting to his Instagram saying, "I was disgusted when I did it, I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I'm going into therapy, going to rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry." He then added that he was committed to being a better man each and every day. Now it seems like Diddy changed up his story and apologized only because there was video evidence of the incident, not because he actually felt bad about what he did. It's also been said that Diddy paid the hotel management $50,000 to get rid of the video. What he didn't know was that Cassie had a copy and was able to expose him. He never thought that these tapes would hit the light of day, so he would always just deny it. After the footage was leaked, Cassie's lawyer said, "The gut-wrenching video has only further confirmed the disturbing and predatory behavior of Mr. Combs. Words cannot express the courage and fortitude that Miss Ventura has shown in coming forward to bring this to light." Now they also released another statement about his apology, saying that it was more about himself than the people he has hurt. They said, "When Cassie and multiple other women came forward, he denied everything and suggested that his victims were looking for a payday. He was only compelled to apologize once his repeated denials were proven false, shows his pathetic desperation, and no one will be swayed by his disingenuous words." And let me just say, this is why we need to believe women. Now after this footage was released, one of Diddy's other former assistants, Suzi Siegel, spoke out against the star. Now she was Diddy's assistant from 2008 to 2009, and she always had a feeling that there was something off with him. When speaking to CNN about Diddy and Cassie, she said she never saw him speak harshly to her or mistreat her or anything like that, while adding that she felt sick and violently angry by the recent developments. Suzi also added that in the time she worked for him, there was not one cell in my body that was surprised about Cassie's lawsuit allegations. I rode in limos with them, I went to parties with them. I guess what I would say is, even though I never saw anything that could corroborate what's in that lawsuit and what we just saw, there was not one cell in my body that was surprised," she said. She did add though, "I would say that I was around him a lot and I got a feeling for who he was. I didn't see anything that could get him in trouble, but I think that there's a power dynamic in a situation like that, especially her at the beginning of her career, so young and beautiful and talented." So it seems like she somewhat knew what was going on but never actually saw him mistreating Cassie. Now after the video was released of Diddy and Cassie in the hotel, Suzi said, "Obviously I saw it with the rest of America today, but when I saw it, I knew it was something that he could be capable of, and let me just say, that is so terrifying to me. No wonder she only worked for him for 1 year." So it seems like Diddy really just mistreated everyone around him and thought he could get away with it, like no consequences at all, which is just gross. It seems like he's finally getting his karma now and facing the justice his victims deserve. Well, that's all for Diddy's assistants exposing the truth about working for him. What do you think about the whole Diddy situation? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.